Right, so some bloke asked me to play 11E like a month ago. So I've got an 11E deck somewhere. I don't. So this was one, this is quite an old one. And a lot has changed since then, so I'm not... I did have an 11E deck. It looks like it's been deleted. So we're going to be making an 11E deck. So first things first, I do like my Logi and my Logi. So the idea used to be that so that Clint Eastwood one. Let me just have another look at it because so basically I made a deck, somebody copied it, and then I casted their game. So this was one of my old decks. So yeah, I've got 3 cards of supply, 2 MCVs, card CV. Okay, so we're gonna be making a deck. So it used to be that these had 6,000 supply per card, but this was only 5,000. But now everything's 6,000. So we're still going to get 3 cards of supply because I like supply. Supply is 3 units. And we're going to get this CV because it's 3 availability. I don't rate the Hilo CV because it dies. And this thing's 2 availability, and it's not got smoke on it as far as I can tell. There's no smoke indicator on the unit. Yeah, been complaining about that for a long time, but hey. So in this tab, I want some CVs. And I don't want the one in the helicopter because that's a good way to lose your CV. There's no point of vetting it. And these guys are 8 and these guys are 7. And they cost the same. And I would rather have 1 more man. An MG is like 2 assault rifles. So these guys have the firepower of 8 men, but they only have the strength of 7 men. So why not have the firepower of 8 men? And these are 6. So we're going to be getting 2 cards of these. And then the next thing up is these Legionnaire Paras are exceptionally strong. Shock, Resolute, the only in the game so far non-DDR Resolute unit. And these guys are just extremely strong. Extremely strong. So they're my bread and butter. So you bring those. And then another thing you can do is bring these Paras Marine, who are a new unit, which are like Legionnaire Paras, except don't have Resolute, but they're 5 points less. So what I've seen a lot of people do is have these on max vet, so let's try that today. And you see it's 1 more availability as well on max vet, so we shall see. Sapper's Flam can be very useful, because they've got a flamethrower. This used to be like the best flamethrower unit in the game. It probably still is. So we'll bring that. I do like my Milan 2s. I know Gnef brings the Milan 1s, and all he plays is 11 easy. So there's probably something to be said for that. So what is this, like 20 points less? It's just the vet. The vet is a big although 20 points less is Ooh, there's a big difference. It's a big difference. Anyway, so we'll buy maybe 2 cards of that. It's always good to have some helo transported guys, so I do like the air mobiles for that. I mean, they're very expensive. Yeah, let me just check again what was in the other deck. So, yeah, group anti-char, and then what, did I not fill the inf tab? Okay, interesting. So, let's leave it the way I've built it, and yeah, let's see if we need to fill the inf tab. Because the Paras Marine weren't around when I made that deck, and when that guy copied it off the video. So, you know, in the description, there's almost always a deck code which you can use. So that can be very useful for you. Artillery, so I used to bring 2 cards of these up vetted or something, but we'll see. I just use them for the smoke, and up vetting them means that they shoot a little bit faster, which means more smoke. The aim time goes down by like 3 seconds, which can save you, basically. So these Milan thingies are very useful because they've got good stealth. So basically, the idea behind this division is you get into a position at the start because you've got forward deployed, and then you just sit in it with loads of ATGMs and stuff. To be honest, I might swap out one of these for a Milan one. It's got a lot less pen, so maybe I won't. And then the saggies are funny for sending around the sides and stuff. Recon, Paras SAS are really good for the opener. Sadly, this thing's like 30 points now for an MG, which can be a pain. So what a lot of people do is they bring this, because this has, you know, this has an MG on it for 35 points and is very good optics and has some armor. But you would still have to buy the transport for this if you wanted to bring it. So it can be an interesting decision. We'll bring the Gazelle cannon. In fact, you know, let's try this Puma Het, because it's got 6 HP. The main problems are 2 availability, so let's not try that. But it's got 40% ECM, so it can survive a stinger hit basically, whereas this can't. Playing gun runs, probably you're still going to kill this in one pass, but whatever. And the VBL Malang used to be like just a way better version of this. So this is 55 points, but this has got up to 70 now, but it does have very good optics. But I find it difficult to justify, and the saggy Recon is really quite expensive for what it is. Oh, actually, never mind. These have gone up so much that this is now a viable option. So, yeah, get rid of that, because, you know, you probably don't need more than 10 of these in total. We'll come back to this. Maybe we can put some more stuff in there. AA. So you want minstrels. Para-minstrels are better because they get a rank of veterancy and forward deployment, and they come in a much better transport for 5 points more. So the extra vet literally gives it 5% accuracy, you see that? So it's just like that alone just makes these way better. And this thing's really good for the opener because it's a forward deployed AA gun truck. It's like one of the best in the game. It's got really high DPS for 2 Frenchmen in a car, basically. So that's really good for the opener. Helicopters, so I bring some Gazelle Hots and some Gazelle Cannons, Gazelle Hot 2s. I mean, you know, this is sort of like you got to be very careful with these because of how much they cost. So that leaves us 15 AP, which really, I mean, I should have just adapted this deck instead. So I've got 2 Gazelle Hot 2s there. I did bring the VBL Milan, because I did not bring that. Oh, alright, I still had 2 cards of these. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planes. So that's probably where the last 15 AP is going. So yeah, you need the fighters. So we bring some fighters. The LGBTs are now 1 per card. You bring the Sneed to protect your LGBTs. Jaguar Cluster. No, hang on. I had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what was the 7th one? Because the Jaguar Cluster, I prefer the Jaguar AT because it's legit 60 points less. And it's got a 60% accuracy missile on it, which is really good. And the ECM's the same. I mean, obviously it's not got the aims, but I mean, this thing is a one-way trip usually. For the same price as the tank that you may or may not kill with it, so I prefer this. So that's probably sufficient. That leaves us 3 AP, which is enough to upvet this, bring a second one, and then finish off this by bringing some more Paras Marine. So there you go, that's our 11 easy peasy deck, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I should bring the Milan one instead of the Milan 2. But, because it's literally 50% more. Literally 50% more, so this is like a substitute for the dragon teams that you don't have, basically. But it is worse in terms of the AP of a Dragon 2 is 18, which is a lot better than 17, because that means it one-shots a 4 armor vehicle instead of a 3 armor vehicle. So we'll see how this goes. I think I should leave those down vetted. So that's a 2 AP slot, okay. And this is still mediocre stealth, so this is pointless because it's got less stealth than this, which means it gets spotted easier and dies. For 4 extra missiles, which you don't really need. So yeah, that's 11 easy, and I'll see you in game. So we are in game, and we're against somebody called Captain Scout, who's playing 101st Airborne. We're really gonna mess him up, basically. Our div's a lot better than his div, a lot better. So we're gonna immediately use that Milan one to great effect. So the thing is, he doesn't really have forward deployed stuff apart from Delta Force. So we could get to here quite easily, and that will really mess him up because then we're pressuring Oscar, so it forces him to put quite a few guys there, which he would otherwise not want to do. So we'll put a recon there, and we'll get the recon in there. And yeah, so we got the ATGM, the recon, and we could use a this just to stun up any helicopters who try anything. So yeah, he doesn't get good forward deployed. I mean, he gets Delta Force, that's it, for forward deployed stuff, so we will get there first. On this side, it's the same story. On this side, it's the same story. So we want X-ray a lot more than we want... So if we lose Alpha, it's not a big deal as long as we hold X-ray. Because that's a +2. Although... I'm trying to remember now. So if we lose a +1 zone but get a +2 zone, we'll still be plus whatever. So it's better. It's better. So we will get a Milan 2 and put it there, I think, is probably the best way. And we'll get a Milan car and put it there at the start, just to stop any early stuff coming down. If he opens helicopters, he's stuffed, because we get these things. So you just get a couple of those, and let's have a minstrel as well, just to be sure. And these things are proper funny, because of how good they are. And then, yeah, we'll put Paras SAS in there. I mean, I probably should have brought some cheaper infantry recon. This thing can be useful. I've seen people, like, rush with these, although that's more of, like, a 5e strat. So maybe I shouldn't have got this. Thinking about it, it's probably not a good idea, because the stealth isn't as good as an infantry stealth, so it's going to get spotted and killed, which is obviously very bad. So I'm not sure where he will attack, basically. I'm not sure where he will attack. I really do think he's going to open with a bunch of helicopters. But yeah, an infantry Milan 2 team there could be very useful. And yeah, we will... I'm pretty sure we could just go for Papa as well. But I obviously don't want to... Oh, he's just started, he's not waiting. 1, 2, 3, and then Legionnaire Paras. Just 2 Legionnaire Paras, 1 less of those. Because he doesn't get any forward deployed AT. Well, he gets the air mobile scouts, but I don't know how close those guys get. I don't know who gets here first, basically, because I've got better forward deployment than him. Like this. Alright, we're running out of time. And yeah, we need this guy. So these guys could go like here, here, here. 65 points, what do I spend it on? I did not open CV. Let's buy some supply. Apparently I've got an AFK unit. I don't know where it was. Thanks for waiting. So we have an AFK unit somewhere. It was this. So that's weird, because I thought I already had... So I probably shouldn't have bought a third one of these. This should probably not have been purchased, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll just send over there. I don't know. I really wish I hadn't bought that, because if I hadn't bought that, I probably could have got a CV. 1 less supply. Get rid of this. So that's 50, 75 plus that would be 90. Anyway, it's time to thank the generous channel joiners. They get the names on the screen. They get the videos about on average a week early. And yeah, they're bankrolling the channel basically. So he smoked me up because he's... Oh wow, we did actually manage to get in there. Interesting. So he is going for over here. But that'll be the air mobile scouts with the AT, and this will be Delta Force. So we need to kill that. Oh, okay. So we need to, yeah, so that's the Delta Force. But look, we've just got it here. So, yeah. Our div's a little bit better than his div. And there you go, that's like 200 points worth of kills or something. He's bought ASFs, they don't get there in time. Of course they don't. That was a bit silly of me. Because yeah, that AT4 is what's causing me the problems. But for some reason this guy wasn't shooting the... weird. What happened to that supply I purchased? It probably died. Oh yeah, those M67s, they're messing me up. So that's a bomber, so we'll probably lose some Legionnaire Paras there. Get him back. Yeah, we'll buy ACV, I guess. We could use some guns over here. He's bought artillery, that's alright. I mean, fine, whatever. And yeah, so he's managed to save some of his guys there. So we're gonna move you, put you in, back in there. I don't know. So he's trying to strafe the AA, which to an extent is gonna work. Can you not just shoot that with your appellers? Okay, you can miss it. You can miss it with your appellers. Alright, there we go. He killed the Stinger, so yeah. Keeps going for the he's going for the AA a lot. So where's that CV? And yeah, we need some more AA over here because he could probably keep bombing that. So we see that guy. Let's put this guy over here. And his planes are down, so now we can blow something up. So we're gonna just put this to there. I want to kill that Stinger really more than anything else. And he's vanished, and it doesn't remember where he was. Thankfully, we oh, that was a bit silly of me. So there is a guy in there. Gotta get some recon up there. I mean, the Parachutiste maybe should be able to see him. I don't know. So there's somebody in there. So buy this sniper team there, which is good because then we can just shoot him. And oh, so we know there's a guy in there. He's vanished. That's so wacky, dude. I mean, what? We saw him. He didn't move. This guy was still here, but he vanished anyway. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit silly if you ask me, but hey, nobody asked me. So Legionnaire Paris should beat Delta. Like, no problem. Ah, but with the sniper and everything, maybe not. Can't afford that HE. Yeah, you see he's dying. He's dying to the sniper. So we'll just get him out there. We don't want him to die. Right, so we know there's a Stinger there. Oh, he's moving it. Right, so it's going to vanish in a second. So obviously we don't want to lose our cool stuff. And we will now get the guys over there. So that Stinger looks like it's going for that house. Well, okay, I think we'll just drop it in the open there. Right, so we should get that now. There we go, he's seeing this, so I don't know if it'll survive. Because that artillery's decent. So we're +1 simply because we haven't capped all our zones yet. And that meep is going to be a big problem. So yeah, he's going to start bombing all these units basically. Which is why I wanted to buy those minstrels, but I mean he missed. Missed there, so... Right. That is a problem. Because, yeah, he will get that shot off. As you can see. So, we need to cap that, and we know that we could drive in on this side, I guess, because there's, like, nobody here. Be a good place for some Milans, actually. Okay. I wanted to buy this. Just gonna keep hitting that. I need to get some points on the board. Get some more points on the board. Because late game, he has the advantage because of the meeps and the artillery. So we need to get some points on the board fast. So we're gonna send this back to here. And we're gonna try. We're gonna send the seed first. Alright, so he's just moving that. So now we have to move these because he will immediately counter battery those. We need to kill that meat, really. Oh, great. So we got the meat, but at what cost? If we lose the LGBT, it's over. Losing the paras is not a big deal. Because we get more of those. Stinger, trying to sting, failing to sting. But yeah, losing that paras was a problem. Because he probably is going to get back in here. Simply because of our mistakes. Yeah, like, so we can't really get a CV in there now. Which is a big problem. And there's no AA here, I've just noticed, so that's going to be a big issue. Okay, so he's bought all that. And we'll, so we need some guys over here. My stuff is very expensive now, it's not as cheap as it used to be.
Attention rouge. Attention, Coco à proximité.
So I'm not sure what that was.
Fermez-la et écoutez le chef.
That was weird. That had like one bomb in it. Okay. So yeah, this has really high ECM, so it does alright against such enemies. Because that's a bomber there, that's why I'm moving everybody. He's going for the minstrels. Makes sense. He's going for this now. But we're assuming he's in there still. I mean, my guy screamed, "I got him!" Leads me to believe that he was in there. And yeah, we need to move up this minstrel. This is out of all missiles, so we might as well just get that back. And we lost the minstrel again, because he keeps doing that. He just keeps going for that. So, he is doing a good job suppressing our AA. What we can actually do is just buy another fighter jet. Because yeah, that'll be the bomber. Oh no, it's the same thing. So that's a lot of guys. We got him. And we got him. And now we're gonna get him. That's the leader. Really need to kill that.
Oui, cible devant. Winchester, plus de munitions. S'en prend plein la tronche.
Shooting at nothing. We got the leader. Get this thing up to here. These don't have any defense against anything, so we're trying to shoot him with the guns there.
Je suis touché.
Section prête.
Ow.
Affirmatif.
Rather not just eat shit.
Fort et clair.
Winchester, plus de munitions.
Bien joué, les gars.
Je vous écoute, contrôle. Un médecin.
What's going on? I'm losing people over here, so I'm not looking.
Revient toujours au fantassin. Et son fusil. Je l'ai eu.
That guy did some surviving there, but I think we dealt with him. And now he's just getting totally air bullied because he hasn't brought the Eagles.
Un médecin.
At least I haven't seen the Eagles. Which was a big mistake from him to not bring the Eagles. Would like it if that guy survived. Nice, he does.
Fermez-la et écoutez le chef.
And, yeah.
Bougez, on nous attend.
So, yeah, we're just totally air bullying him now.
Chasseur,
He's got nothing.
Oui, contrôle.
Oh, he's got 2 stingers over there. Okay, so we have to be careful, because 2 stingers can kill any plane in the game. It's just RNG dependent, and, you know, do you feel lucky, punk? And then he surrenders. So there you go. 11 easy. Way better than 101st. Don't think he ever really had a chance there. It's like a 3-to-1 KD, despite the fact that he's, you know, rank 180, so he's not a bad player. He's played 119 ranked games this season, but we're 11 easy peasy. You know, so he's played more ranked games than this season. But we're 11 easy peasy. And look how many total games he has. It's actually very similar to me. So, a lot of these like single player games. But anyway, it's 11 easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You just kill all the stingers, which we did a pretty good job of killing all the stingers. And then he really needed to contest the air with eagles, and he just didn't bring them. He just brought phantoms, and phantoms aren't going to win. So, a big misplay from him not bringing the eagles, but basically, we're a lot faster at the start of the game than his div, and we just kept snowballing. We just kept snowballing, just didn't let up, because if you just sit there and let him build up, you can have some problems. So, you know, those 2 LGBTs just did so much work, so much work. I mean, killing that meep. And he was like, I need points on the board, I need points on the board, I need points on the board. So he kept buying like CVs and trying to get in the zone, whereas instead he should have focused more on building up his AA net, killing my planes, and that artillery that he had. There was literally nothing I could do about that. And you see that he did a decent job killing my AA, but you know, he's trying to air spam with his div, which doesn't make any sense. But yeah, my strat's definitely easier to execute than what I think his strat should be. It's definitely easier to start off with all the points and then just sit there all game. But you see that we didn't even sit there all game. We just kept attacking and just didn't let him build up, didn't give him a chance to build up. So that's how you play 11 easy. I hope I've answered your question. Person with a cat avatar. And I'll see you around.